So obviously, first question would be, how do you feel after winning such a tough competition?
Oh, it's a fabulous feeling, and I cannot ask for a better feeling because it's something so different. I've been to movies, I can, I can understand the feeling when you get like a good film or a hit film or, in a good show. But winning a reality show, it's still not sunk in because I've seen winners who win it. And I really, respect or love to see who wins a show like this. And I say that, wow, Katsori Khiladi or Fear Factor, not easy. But when I've done it, somewhere down the line, because I didn't expect it, and I think because I didn't really run towards this, I genuinely just took the show for just attempting something different, having a great time, having a very interesting kind of work. This is the most interesting way to make money when you do things like this. So I just took it for those reasons, and I enjoyed myself. I made friends. I had a lot of fun through the show, and just step by step, it just reached this stage that I picked the trophy, and I didn't even know how and when it happened.
Yeah. So how many fears did you conquer?
One very big fear I conquered. Actually, genuinely, I had no fears because you mentally always prepare yourself before you go for a show like this, because when you're signing it by itself, with the amount of medical tests they make you go through, the number of disclaimers they make you sign, you know that you're in for something that's really tough. So you obviously try to overcome all your fears. So there's nothing that I had in my mind except for one big fear, which was the fear of getting eliminated early.
Okay.
And I think that's the biggest fear for any person, and especially a public person, who's trying to make an impact, or a celebrity or whatever. Okay, मेरा नाम की धज्जियां उड़ जाएगी if I get out early. So that is the fear. But how I feel I've conquered it now. There were two ways. One is that my son is very little, and you know how little children, when they lose, they cry. And I always explain to him that if you don't participate, then how will a race happen? If you try to always win,
correct,
then there would be no race. You have to just go in and attempt to win. There can be only one winner. So that was one philosophy because of which I didn't mind going in, because I said I should practice what I preach. And secondly, finally, when I got the trophy, I think the biggest lesson is what I got then was, for winning, you have to first overcome the fear of losing. So I think if I won, it was because I was not scared of losing.
And personally, how much physical person are you?
Extremely physical. If I'm in a bad mood at home, or suppose I'm feeling a little sad or something about some problem, my wife first pulls me out by my hand and tells me go to the gym, because she knows when I come back, I'm going to be in a much better mood. I think my body releases happy hormones when I do the gym. So I don't actually work out for physically making my body as much as I work out for being happy. And I work out every day. So there are trainers who tell me that you should not be coming every day, and your muscles need to recover for a day. Actually, I'm not doing it for my body. I just like going every day. So physically, I need to be an hour or two in a gym every day, otherwise it drives me nuts.
So, among all the stunts you pulled there, which was the toughest for you and which you found relatively easy?
The stunt in which I had to get on the airplane was the toughest for me, because my life was in somebody else's hands.
Okay.
I knew that I wouldn't let go of that button. I knew that I'm very resilient, and I knew that I want to, win every stunt when it comes to it. But what I was upset about is that if I don't give up, then that pilot will obviously take it personally, because the pilot's job is to scare me.
Correct.
And if he doesn't manage to do it to me, then his name is at stake.
Correct.
So I was very scared that he'll fly the plane badly and he'll crash us, and there's no coming back. And if a plane like that crashes, there's no coming back. And I have family who's dependent on me. Ordinarily, I wouldn't care. I've never been scared on flights. But here, I know today's a day and stage in my life that my family needs me, and I thought it was unnecessary for me to allow somebody else to be responsible of my life for 25 lakh rupees or for a trophy. So So that was one stunt which I did not want to do, to be honest, and I went in only because of Rohit Shetty, only because he took full responsibility. He is too sweet. And the easiest for me, I think, was the final stunt, which technically was the longest stunt and the most good-looking stunt and was a very difficult stunt. But for me, that turned out to be easy because I think it was only my last stunt where I felt that there's some kind of power and that is looking at me, and I'm destined to win. I already got the feeling that I'm going to win the show before I started my last stunt. So I was almost as good as possessed, I think, when I did my last stunt, because I did it like clockwork. It was like as if I practiced it 500 times. So it just happened because I was in a great frame of mind, and I was all set to go and take the trophy.
See, like when you do any stunt, in the final seconds before you pull the stunt, what thoughts go through your mind?
Before the stunt, they normally blindfold you, and they take you, and it's very intimidating, and it's very, very stressing because you are hearing choppers, you're hearing choppy water, you can sense there's a cliff, you're smelling some animals or insects, and you can hear machines and generators. So it's very, very intimidating. They remove your blindfold and you're already on the stunt location. Now besides all these things, you're seeing paramedics, you're seeing ambulances. So your anxiety levels are so high that normally if you can hold your breath for 1 minute underwater, I think after such anxiety you can't hold for more than 25 seconds. That's why if you see on TV, many a times you see people panting for no reason. It's because you're very anxious, your heartbeats are very high.
Correct.
And of course, at the same time, you land up going for the stunt, and if you manage coming out of it with glory, the feeling is more elating than that of a hit movie, I can tell you that.
And how do you see winning the show in your overall career graph, and where do you see yourself in the coming months?
See, it's been a successful stint because I've won. And I've been in the career long enough to know that after one successful stint, your phone really starts ringing.
Correct.
And it's a matter of time. If you don't have a few very good ones, it stops ringing also. So it's a higher phase of my life, and I have grown to learn that this industry is a rocky road. It is not one smooth pavement. And I enjoy. Every time after I have a fall, I enjoy getting up, because it's not about how hard you fall, it's about how you get up and walk. And right now is that stage where I feel I am on my way, and I feel I'm at the beginning. It's like a start for me. I don't know why at times like this, all I do is I feel like a newcomer. So I'm going to now, also my mindset has changed. I took TV after a film like Double Dhamad. A lot of people said, why, when you have multi-star films to do? I said, I don't want to do any more multi-stars. I get something different. I took TV, it was successful. I thought, why reality? I've said no all these years. I took it, it turned out successful. So I believe I'm going to just follow my heart. I'm going to do things I love. I don't want to duplicate anyone else's way of handling their career. I don't want to duplicate anyone else's way of success. I'm going to do what Ashish Chaudhary likes. I'm going to do what makes Ashish Chaudhary happy, and I'm going to do what Ashish Chaudhary's heart says. So yeah, I am right now at the phase where I want to stick to television, because television has given me a lot, and I want to decide whether I'm doing fiction or non-fiction, because my heart is actually in fiction. So I've been hearing scripts out, but because I've got success in non-fiction right now, so those offers are also open. So if I don't zero down on the correct fiction one, I will take up a non-fiction, but my heart is in fiction.
So, in terms of non-fiction formats, what other format would you want to play around with?
I am very keen on hosting. I of course, participating in reality shows will always be an option. But I'm very keen on hosting. I'm very keen. I wouldn't even mind doing a travel show. I'm right now at a stage where I want to experiment. I want to do something which I can probably surprise myself also. And I've come a big circle. I have done modeling, I've done ramp shows, I've done an art film, satellite film, I've done an English film, I've done Bollywood, I've done weekly serial, I've done dailies. The only thing I've not done is posting. I've not done, like something what we do in travel shows or stuff like that. So whatever's left for me that I've not done a mini series. I've not done stuff like that. I've not done theater. So I don't know. It could be anything, but I'm trying to surprise myself.
And in Khatro Khiladi, all your contestants, whom did you gel with the most?
All of them, Anil. All of them. I don't know whether you've seen on social media, but if you see my Twitter or my Insta, you'll see that these guys are at my house so many times, and the entire gang, and so much so that my wife and their spouses also have become part of the gang.
Okay.
They're like one big family, and I owe it to them, the easygoing love, the attitude that we had for each other made this whole experience so pleasurable, and so easygoing. I think for them, all of them are very happy that I've won, and I get this feeling. I'm never wrong. I know it. There'll not be one person who will be unhappy that I've won, and that's how close our friendship is. And I think bringing home this trophy, it's like one brother bringing in the trophy of the entire family. It's for all of us. We are that close.
Yeah. And last thing, since you have seen life quite tough, so your success has to be double sweet since you've seen ups and downs. So how do you view success?
I view success as something that you should take in as momentary.
Okay.
It is something that comes in to give you a new lease of giving yourself a fresh try at new things. Success is something which allows you to go and attempt something that you have not done before. So, if you think that success is going to be there forever, that same success can be your biggest detrimental factor. So, I look at success as very momentary, as something that you should relish at the moment. Success is like a little prolonged party. So you make the most of it at that time, celebrate it, enjoy it, make the most of it, and don't be unhappy when it's gone. Live with the hangover of it. So that's how I treat success.
Yeah. Okay. Wish you all the best for your future as well.
Thank you, Anil. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks for calling. Good night.
Bye.